At the Autism Centre of Excellence, our research focus is on all aspects of life for people with autism. So we're interested in improving the quality of life for people with autism across the lifespan, and also looking at the impact of autism on the people around them, their families, our schools, our communities. So basically improving outcomes for people with autism across the board. Our focus at the Autism Centre of Excellence is also collaborative. For example, we're working with the Autism CRC, which is a nationally funded research program. Griffith University is an essential partner, and we're leading a longitudinal research project in collaboration with several universities across Australia and several industry partners as well. So the idea behind this project is that we will follow two groups of children with autism for 6 years and collect information about a variety of factors, including their characteristics of autism, the sorts of intervention they have, and the kinds of outcomes they achieve at school. So this is a major longitudinal research project that is very much a collaboration between industry and other universities nationally across Australia. One of the things we know about schooling and autism is that children with autism tend not to do very well in school. So we know that they underachieve when we look at their capacity, their cognitive abilities, and then we look at what happens by the end of schooling, and we know that there is a disproportionate number of these students who are failing and who are not succeeding in going on to post-school qualifications and employment. So our focus is very much on looking at what we can do to improve that situation, to make schools more user-friendly for students with autism, and also to make things easier for students with autism to manage in school. So helping them manage some of the aspects of school that they find particularly challenging, but also looking at ways that we can work with schools to make the school more autism-friendly. Well, we know that there's knowledge out there. We know that there's research showing the sort of things that we can do to make, for example, schools work better for students with autism. But we're not seeing that applied to practice in schools. So a big focus for us at the Autism Centre of Excellence is working with education systems to look at ways that we can actually see those advances implemented in real-life school settings. For example, we're working with the Department of Education in Queensland at the moment to look at ways that we can develop an online tool for teachers to implement when there are behaviours that challenge in schools. Now, we're also trying to make sure that schools understand that challenging behaviours in the case of students with autism often have a reason, and if we understand that reason, then we are much more likely to be able to deal with it. So we're really working hard with the department to get those research advances implemented in schools, and we will have a program ready to trial at the beginning of next year. In the example of the work that we're doing with the Department of Education in Queensland, the outcomes that we are anticipating of this translation of research into practice is that students with autism will finish school. They'll finish school with qualifications which will enable them to go on to their choice of vocational, work or further tertiary education. And that, of course, is going to have a big impact on their families. It has implications for schools in that there are many, many cases currently where schools are missing out on the considerable talents and abilities of these students. And of course, it then will have a bigger impact on our school community and on our communities generally, and of course on an economic outcome, because people who are gainfully employed are not on benefits. So we're looking at that practical translation with those kind of outcomes as a result across the whole state.